In any last-minute change, the federal government will evacuate 271 Nigerians stranded in South Africa today. Spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Ebemfa, says Air Peace aircraft will depart Nigeria today at 3 p.m. for the evacuation of the third batch of returnees. He also mentioned that the plane will depart South Africa at midnight to arrive tomorrow morning. The second batch of repatriation, comprising 66 returnees, arrived on 24th of June and was facilitated by the chairman CEO of ValueJet, Kunle Shoname. The first batch of 258 returnees arrived on 11th of June via a chartered Air Peace flight. As the 30th of June deadline looms, thousands of Soweto residents gathered peacefully as a kickoff to 2 days of planned marches in the township. Most businesses were closed today in Maptela and Firin, Soweto during anti-migrant protests. The protesters included prominent figures. An estimator of 3,000 protesters were said to be in attendance. Joining me now live from South Africa is a researcher with the Durban University of Technology, Dr. James Akpan. Dr. Akpan, thanks for joining us on TVC News at 7. With protests in Soweto today, it would seem that the anti-migrants groups are really serious about the 30th June deadline. Precisely, how are Nigerians in South Africa reacting to this development?
To start with, thank you for having me on your news show. Well, I guess Nigerians are apprehensive. The situation has been very tense the whole of June. In actual fact, these whole tensions started sometime in February or so, but it went to a crisis point in the whole of June. So Nigerians are quite apprehensive. Nobody's really sure exactly what is going to happen and the form that this protest is going to take tomorrow. Nigerians that live in what they call the townships, have moved out of the township because it's quite risky to stay among where you have a large swath of Black South Africans. So the Nigerians that are staying there had moved out and to higher graduate suburbs, or some are picking up residents in churches or with friends and all that, just to see how tomorrow will go. But we quite cannot say what kind of form this protest is going to take tomorrow. It might develop its life of its own, but we don't know. We'll just wait and see.
Do you think that Nigerians who are documented and who do legitimate business in South Africa are also captured in this call for them to leave? Dr. Akpan, can you hear me?
The whole issue of documented and not being, Can you repeat your question again, please?
Well, I'm asking if documented Nigerians who do legitimate business in South Africa have anything to fear as regards this deadline.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the first part of your question. If you could repeat the first part of your question again.
Yes, I'm asking if documented Nigerians who do legitimate business in South Africa have anything to fear ahead of this 30th of June deadline.
Well, if I can make sense of the question you asked, the network is quite poor. But if I make sense of the question that you're asking, if you're asking about the state of fear of Nigerians that are in South Africa concerning tomorrow deadline of June 30th. But let me quickly, it's not a policy of 3 people that are just leading the protests and all that. But the South African government and indeed the South African police service had come out clearly to say that they are not in support of this policy. They reject it totally, and they've deployed police people across the country, particularly in cities like Johannesburg and in Durban and Cape Town. These are the major 3 cities. So some Nigerians have comfort. Okay, but the issue really is not about are the Nigerians that are stranded at the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria that are stranded. That is the real crisis point. Other Nigerians somehow can find themselves. They've moved away from crisis areas to churches or to wherever they are. But the Nigerians that are stuck at the Pretoria, Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria.
Dr. James Akpan is a researcher with Durban University of Technology. We'll probably have to continue this conversation subsequently.